Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Anytime you are listening to this video, this is the voice of Trader Numa, and you are welcome to Numa Hub. If you are joining this channel, you are seeing my video for the first time, do well to subscribe, like, and share. You can also comment any question that you have as far as trading is concerned and as far as key level is concerned. Now, there's a request that was made on this price action, GBPUSD. This is GBPUSD as at 27th of January 2026. And this trader, who happens to be a friend of mine, make a request that I should do a video on it. Why the SL now? And actually, I replied in, but I would not like to bring out conversation. So I just want to go directly to TradingView and then show you guys what I would have done as far as my own approach is concerned. And if you have been watching my previous video, you've discovered that I always say something that to your structure, to your key level, try and add range. And the reason for that is because if you add range to your structure, you will be able to filter noise, and then you'll be able to filter early entry, or what we call smart money trap. Yeah, so and that is what he failed to add to his entry. Now, this is the particular price action of 28th and 27th of January. But before we do that, I'm going to be showing you what has been happening on daily. I don't want to go ahead to open up the 4 hours and the 1 hour, but now let me even start from the monthly or from the 3 months. Now there's something on the 3 months. I think I've done video on this. On the 3 month time frame, we have like a form of a CRT candle, which is candle range theory candle, which is a sweep of 3 months low, right? The 3 months high is still standing, right? And for you that you are wondering why GU is showing some level of sell, that's because the 3 month candle was swept. But let's just stay within the premise of what we want to say. Now we still have this 3 months high as at the time of this price action. Now let me go to this weekly also. Now on the weekly time frame also, we are targeting this 3 month high. So, and if you look at it on weekly, the recent breakout is to the upside. On monthly, the recent breakout is to the upside. On daily, the recent breakout is to the upside. So we are screaming bullish. We are screaming bullish. Now, as at this day, the previous day closed with a buy, which is a strong momentum to the upside. Now on H4, what do we have? On H4, we have a recent breakout to the upside. Now this recent breakout is as a result of what? It's as a result of a bullish momentum, right? This is not as a result of sweep of previous day. It is not as a result of engulfing of open close, because now one thing I discover is there are cases whereby you can build bias or you trade a breakout or H4 breakout, and it will not be as a result of sweep of previous day, and it will not also be as a result of rejection, but it will be as a result of another thing. But maybe I will do another video on that. But according to this video, we have a breakout on H4 to the upside. Now according to the range theory, let me draw something out. The basic theory of a range is that if you have a breakout on H4 to the upside, on H1, what do you want to see? You want to see a sweep, break, then another break, right? Now there are two models that we can see, so I'm going to be drawing out the second model. I don't think I've emphasized this first model very well, which is a sweep and break and another break, which is like some people call it type 1. You are free to call it anything. Which the expectation here is that market will come down, break this low, and then continue its buy momentum. Now, there's another model that we have for this, which is not this type. Now, let me draw the second model. This is the second model. The second model, you just have a sweep and a break. Now, when market is now coming down, market now creates its own engineering liquidity up. Now, let me explain this logic. The logic of this one is that market has given you a sweep and a break on your H1, right? But you do not have any breakout between this low and this high. You do not have any internal range liquidity. But what market will now do sometimes is that market will come down, create its own engineering liquidity, thereby trapping early buyers. The market will now come down, take it out, and then start buying. So that's the second type. No, it is three type. Now the third type is, let me just explain the three types so that you guys will understand. The third type is this. Let me draw the third type. The third type is when you have like a sweep, right? But before market creates that break, market creates a kind of a B. So this is the third type. And this one, the expectation is that market will what? Take out this low. The expectation is that market will take out this low and then continue buying. So those are like the three expectation that I always look out for. Anything outside that, as far as range is concerned, I don't really deal with it. So now let's go into charts back. Let's go into charts. Looking at that same price action, what do we have? On H4, we already have a breakout, right, to the upside. Let's go to line chart so that you'll be able to see what I'm saying. See, a breakout. Now, it is very important that you try and switch to line chart, especially if you are new to the usage of breakout, so that you will not make a mistake of seeing two candles standing side by side and you think it is a breakout. It happens to a trader this week. He sent a trade to me and he was seeing something. I was like, if you switch to line chart, you are not seeing a breakout. So when we checked line chart, we discovered that it is not a breakout, even though it's showing us something like this on H4. So we left the trade, and thank God we had to leave the trade because he later came back to invalidate that trade. I think is it CHFJPY? Yeah, CHFJPY. Now, going straight, once we have H4 breakout to the upside, let's switch to 1 hour. We want to see what? A sweep, a break. So permit me, this is what, look at what we have here. We have a sweep here, right, which we can also do like this, a sweep. Then we have a break here, have a break of this high. And mind you, do we have any other structural liquidity, any other break? No. But look at what market did. Market came back to give us what? Engineering liquidity. Now, I know most people that use confirmation entry, you will see them, they will be using confirmation entry here, and market will stop them out. You see, market came back down, take out this engineering liquidity. Let me make it blue. Market take out this engineering liquidity, tap into this Quasimodo level or any key level you want to mark here. Quasimodo level, now reject and close above on 1 hour, then give entry. And what's the entry? Sweep of what? Let me clear this. Sweep of previous H1 low. The high is still standing, right? Look at this also. This was what the guy was doing. What he was doing, this was what sweep of I think yes, sweep of previous H1 low. The high is still standing and he had SL. But this is what I would have done. This I will see this as what? Engineering liquidity. And then this is where I will have my entry. Actually, this trade I missed it. And the reason why I missed it was that I was looking at 2 hours. Right? This is 15 pip SL. And you see market bought heavily, though it's still buying, but I think we're in the reversal state of the market, so I believe this should help. Okay, let me open that USD CHF. Is this USD CHF or CAD CHF? Let me see if it is the CAD CHF or it is the USD CHF on H4. Okay, now look at it. We had on daily, what do we have here? On daily we had something here. As at this day, sweep of previous day high, right? This low is still standing. So when the trader sent it to me, we were actually looking at it together. We wanted to sell. Now on H4, come and see why I said you should switch to line chart. Now you will think this is a breakout. If you don't zoom very well, you might think this is a breakout, but when you switch to line chart, you discover that it is nothing. It is not a breakout. And another reason why I did not sell is that I was looking at daily time frame. I look at the structure and I discovered that structurally we took out this low, right? We took out this low. We took out this low also. If you zoom it, that last low, you see that. So, and once we take out that low, we might expect some level of reversal then before we start looking for what is sell continuation. So that was the reason why I was not even looking at it. I had a miss entry on this US 30 also. This was my initial TP. Market sold off. Market sold off without me, so I just had to close the limit. I had a sell on Euro USD also. I think I dropped it on my Telegram channel. I think they came back to pick other entries, but I was done for the day already. So see you guys next week and see you next month.